Although you may not have guessed by my average last name of Richards, my family on my mother's side is Italian. When my grandfather and his family came over to America, they also brought many family traditions. My favorite family tradition has occurred every Christmas since I can remember. No, not presents in a Christmas tree, but bread. My nono hand makes a Czechoslovakian holiday bread called hoska, and every Christmas morning before presents, we would gather to slice the bread and indulge in its flaky toasted goodness. Even when our families were unable to gather for the holidays, he would spend a few days in the kitchen making loaf after loaf to mail to each family member so we could continue a family tradition that means so much to us. This past Christmas, my nono became very ill and was unable to make hoska for my family. My mother and I were determined to continue the tradition and challenged ourselves to the bread making. We prepared our ingredients of flour, yeast, almond slivers, and sweet raisins, and spent all day in the kitchen rising and kneading the dough. Whenever we became stuck, we would attempt to FaceTime my grandparents, and after a lengthy process of explaining that you had to flip the camera so we could see their face instead of their feet, he would chuckle and explain the proper way to fold the dough. And it brought back so many memories of watching him make it as a kid. We made as many loaves as we could and mailed them off to our aunts, uncles, cousins, and our grandparents. Interestingly enough, in the process of writing the speech, I did a little additional research on the bread and its history. I stumbled upon an article, and as it turns out, my family's been calling it the wrong name for the last 60 years. Hoska is a small roll served during Easter, yet the large loaves we were serving every Christmas were called vanaka. In shock, I immediately forwarded the article to my mom, who had a similar reaction and sent it to all of our relatives. Even though this speech may have burst my family's bubble, it would never ruin a tradition that runs so deep within my family.
Okay. Caitlin, how did it go?
Okay, I think.
Second speech, what did you notice that was different from the first to the second?
I definitely felt more comfortable coming up here and talking, so that was better. But I wasn't as confident in my practicing of this one, so I was a little bit more nervous.
Just due to time?
Yeah.
Audience, if you have questions, comments, feedback that you'd like to give Kaylin, please do so now.
Your body presence was really calm, and it was really nice because it's really hard to keep your body calm when you're talking. You spoke a little quickly, but not too much that I couldn't understand.
Teammates,